heart and welcome to this episode of the Drink Less, Live Better podcast. This is the podcast that helps you to see that drinking less doesn't need to be stressful, lonely or boring. I'm your host, Sarah Williamson, and I decided to have a year alcohol-free as a little life experiment and haven't looked back. I'm a best-selling author, expert speaker, corporate workshop facilitator and life coach. I'm here to support you with your alcohol-free or drink less adventures. Follow me on Instagram at Drink Less, Live Better. Find resources on my website, drinklesslivebetter.com, and buy my book, Drink Less, Live Better. It's available in all the places you might buy a book. I hope you enjoyed this podcast episode. Let's get straight to it. High functioning versus functioning. Today, we're thinking about a topic that might hit close to home for some of you. Functioning. Don't we hear it so often? Oh yeah, they're a functioning alcoholic. Ugh. If we just put the label alcoholic to one side for a moment and look at the word functioning, what does it imply? I'm guessing being a useful member of society, perhaps holding down a job, maybe being a partner, parenting, having conversations, washing, dressing, eating, all the normal things. So a functioning alcoholic, what does that mean? Someone who drinks at dangerous levels, but perhaps doesn't cause anyone else any harm. Perhaps they are being a partner, parenting, holding down that job, washing, dressing, eating, but not doing anyone else any harm. Is that true? Are they really being effective at work? Are they parenting well? Are they being a supportive and loving partner? I don't know. Maybe. When we think of someone struggling with alcohol, we often picture someone who's visibly falling apart. But what about those who seem to have it all together? When we talk about someone being high functioning, whether that's with alcohol, anxiety, or something else, what we can be sure of is they're struggling behind the veneer that they're putting on. Perhaps they've become so good at coping and hiding their struggles that even their closest friends and family might not realise what's going on behind. Being high functioning in any capacity probably doesn't make life easier for you, but I'm wondering if it makes life more comfortable for those around you. Perhaps the people around you get to say, oh yeah, no, she's fine. Yeah, absolutely. Oh yes, that thing that looks like a problem is not really a problem. She seems to be getting on with it okay. Here are a few steps you can take if you feel like you're a high-functioning individual. Number 1, acknowledge your struggle. It is okay to admit that things aren't going according to plan, even if you are managing to meet your responsibilities. Number 2, reach out for support. Whether it's a trusted friend, a therapist, or someone else, don't be afraid to ask for help. Number 3, practice some self-compassion. I know that's easier to say than do, but you don't have to be fully functioning all the time, and you can tell yourself that. Lastly, can you think about exploring some healthier coping mechanisms? Instead of sticking with the high functioning model, can you do plenty of walking? Can you journal? Can you explore mindfulness? Maybe yoga? There are loads of different ways to manage stress that perhaps don't come with the harmful side effects of holding it all in. If you are ready to move beyond just functioning or fully functioning, but you want to start really thriving and living into your own courage, I'm here to support you with that. My one-to-one coaching programs are here for you and I to have totally confidential conversations to explore some of this stuff. Thank you for listening in today. Come back again next week. Please subscribe, rate and review the podcast if you love it. And if you don't love it, I'm wondering why you're still listening. Check out the show notes for a link to a hidden podcast episode that will help you with your 5 p.m. cravings and details about my one-to-one life coaching and sober coaching programs. And P.S. I believe in you.